This is Optimal Health Daily, episode 2067. Ditch the Diet. Learn to listen to your body for effortless weight management by Lea Genders of leagendersfitness.com. And I'm Dr. Neil Malik, reading you some of the most popular health and fitness blogs out there, with permission from the websites, and always with a bit of my commentary at the end. And with that, let's get right to it as we optimize your life. Ditch the Diet. Learn to listen to your body for effortless weight management by Lea Genders of leagendersfitness.com. Are you hungry or bored or something else? One of the most effective ways to take back control of our eating habits is to learn to listen and interpret the signals our body sends. Our body is a communication machine. It tells us what it needs. We just need to learn to tune in and listen. It's not an easy task. We may have been ignoring those signals for years. Mindless eating, crash diets, food restriction, and the good versus bad food mindset can corrupt the way we respond to our body's signals. On top of that, manufacturers develop processed foods that are designed to be hyper-palatable, meaning delicious, so you are encouraged to overeat. Do you remember the Pringles potato chip commercial? Bet you can't eat just one. They let us in on a major food manufacturer's secret. These highly processed foods are specifically designed to be irresistible, to override our body's natural signals so we eat too much and ultimately buy more. It's all part of the plan. These processed foods are manufactured so you can't just eat one. Have you ever opened a bag of chips with the intention of eating just one serving? According to the serving size on the back of the package, let's say it's 8 chips. But then didn't stop until you were licking the chip dust from the bottom of the bag. What? Just me? I didn't think so. Instead of trying the latest fad diet that's all over the internet or restricting entire macronutrients, carbs, first try to listen to your body and see what happens. Our body knows what it needs, and it tells us. We just have to learn how to listen. Effortless weight management can happen when we tune in and respond. Listen to hunger signals. The first step is to consider the hunger signal our body sends. When you feel hungry, can you tell the difference between physical hunger and psychological hunger? Are you hungry or bored? Are you hungry or are all your friends eating Mexican food? Are you hungry or stressed? Learning to recognize the difference is a big first step in taking control of your eating habits. Try this exercise. When you feel hungry, stop and consider, am I hungry or is it something else? Am I hungry? Am I anxious? Am I lonely? Am I tired? This spells HALT, H-A-L-T. Hungry, anxious, lonely, tired. Before you eat, halt for 5 seconds and think first about why you're eating. Awareness is the first step. For a couple of days, keep track about how you felt before you ate something, either a meal or a snack. Taking note of how you feel before eating over the course of a few days can help you see trends in your eating habits. Maybe you recognize that you're eating because you're bored. It doesn't mean you have to immediately stop eating every time you're bored, but recognizing the difference between hunger and boredom is a great first step in learning to listen to your body. On the days I work from home, I wander through the kitchen on my breaks from writing and pop something in my mouth at every round. Am I really hungry every 45 minutes? Did I need to eat that cheese stick, handful of grapes or nuts to satisfy my hunger? Or did I eat it because it was there and convenient? Most likely, the latter. Knowing is the first step to changing. If you're trying to lose weight and lose fat, then your daily goal is to be in a caloric deficit, to consume less calories than you burn for the day. Even if all your meals are on track, you can throw yourself out of a calorie deficit into a calorie surplus through mindless eating. The candy from your coworker's desk, the leftovers from your kid's plate, and the pre-dinner and post-dinner snacks, they all add up. Eat slowly. Once you determine that you are physically hungry and ready to eat, the next signal your body will send is a satiety or fullness signal. This one can be especially hard to hear because in our busy lives, we tend to do everything at lightning speed, including eating. It takes about 20 minutes for the body to send fullness cues to the brain. So if you scarf your dinner down in 4 minutes flat, you never give your body the opportunity to communicate the signal that tells you it's had enough. You can overeat before you realize it. The solution? Slow down. Chew slowly. Put your fork down on your plate between bites. Savor every bite. Take a sip of water between bites. This is not a pie eating contest. Set a timer. Plan to eat meals slowly and undistracted. So turn off the TV, put down the phone, and step away from the keyboard. Give your meals the attention they deserve. This is more important than your Instagram feed or that email from your boss. Just kidding, boss. We'll call you back in 20 minutes. Eat to 80% full. Now that you're eating slowly and spending 20 to 30 minutes eating your meals, you can be more in tune with your body's fullness signals. Eat until you feel satisfied, not stuffed. Eat until you feel about 80% full. This can be challenging in the beginning, but with a little experimenting, you can find your sweet spot. Include whole natural foods with fiber, protein, and heart-healthy fats to help you feel full and stay feeling full longer, so you're not hungry again an hour after you ate a meal. It's okay to feel a little hunger. Feeling a little bit of hunger is a natural human response. Slight hunger you can ignore is normal, especially when in a calorie deficit and trying to lose weight. When the hunger signals get stronger, usually 4 to 5 hours after your last meal, it may be time to feed the hunger. If you ignore the hunger signals too long, you may start to feel ravishingly hungry, and that can lead to poor food choices. The key is to listen and feed your hunger signals just like Goldilocks would. Not too little, not too much, not too soon, not too late. It does take practice. Our body tells us when it's hungry. It also tells us when it's had enough. Can you hear and interpret it properly? Once you learn to eat when you feel physical hunger rather than for social, emotional, or environmental reasons, you slow down and stop eating when you feel about 80% full, it becomes much easier and natural to maintain a healthy body weight. You just listened to the post titled, Ditch the Diet. Learn to listen to your body for effortless weight management by Lea Genders of leagendersfitness.com. Think about someone who has changed your life for the better. How incredible would it be if your company could find more of those life-changing people right when you needed them? If you're hiring, you need Indeed. Indeed is the hiring platform helping over 3 million businesses worldwide to do it all. Don't spend hours on multiple job sites looking for candidates. Over 80% of Indeed employers find quality candidates the moment they sponsor a job. I especially love Indeed's Instant Match feature because candidates you invite to apply through Instant Match are 3 times more likely to apply to your job than candidates who only see it in search, according to US Indeed data. Indeed knows that finding people with the right skills makes all the difference when you're a hiring team of one. Visit Indeed.com/health to start hiring now. Just go to Indeed.com/health. Indeed.com/health. Terms and conditions apply. Cost per application pricing not available for everyone. Need to hire? You need Indeed. Dr. Neil here for my commentary. So many of Lea's suggestions are techniques that are used in established, well-respected weight management programs. In fact, when I was reading this, I felt like I was leading my group weight management classes. It was so spot on. Now again, all of these suggestions are effective, but it can be overwhelming to try and incorporate all of them at once. So instead of doing that, incorporating all of these all at once, pick one or at max 2 techniques that you might think will work for you and give it or them a try. And give them an honest try, not just, we'll just see what happens and I hope it works out. Instead, make these a priority and try and stay as consistent as possible. Stay as consistent as possible for 2 weeks. If you find that whatever you've been trying isn't working, then move on to one of the other suggestions and repeat. After giving them a good, honest try for 2 weeks, I'm sure you'll land on at least one that'll work for you. All right, that'll do it for today. Thank you so much for being a subscriber and follower of the show. Thank you for sharing it with others. That really goes a long way to keep this podcast going. So again, I thank you for doing that. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you back here tomorrow where your optimal life awaits.